a lot of people are talking about the officiating that's been happening. What are your thoughts so far? We've seen a lot of controversial calls. Some people even say that it shouldn't have been called or it should have been called depending on how the rules are being interpreted. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, I think it suffices for the situation that they have. Some of the referees, if I'm not mistaken, had to referee 2 games in a day in the early part of the start of these playoffs, no? So, the fatigue factor also comes. We've had a couple of overtime games already. It started, I think, with the first day, and we had one just a couple of days ago. So I just think that sometimes people's minds are concentrated on the fact that you want to see the stars, and the referees give those stars a lot more. I really believe, for example, like Paul George fouls a lot. For me, if I were officiating him, he probably will fall out of a ball game. But he gets away with a little because he's known to be a good defender, but he loves to hold people. And if the referees want to be touchy about you, they call that a foul. You're gonna have to sit down. So those things are the things that sometimes are in the minds of the people or that are watching the games. But in fairness to them, I think it's okay. But I thought that the last 2 calls in the game between the Bucks and in the between the Bucks and the Celtics shouldn't have been called, because they want to say that let the players decide the game. The guy took the shot already; it's on the way, and then you come in because you have lost a little momentum. You hold on to his back. You give him 2 free throws at the end of the ball game. The other team can only watch; they can't do anything. So sometimes it hurts you. So you have to fight back. But they're not out of it. They're 0-2, but they're not out of it.
Coach Ronnie, what are your thoughts from a coaching perspective? Obviously the officiating, you always have to tell your players, do not mind the calls. Keep on playing, keep on playing. But these guys are big stars, and you can see all the emotion that they get. And especially in the playoffs, one call can really change the series and can really, change to the other direction.
If there's one thing I have learned through the last 2 decades being involved in coaching, is the fact that once the whistle is blown, unless right now they're able to challenge the calls, that call will stay. And so the next focus should be, what can you do next? But with regard to what happened in the Jimmy Butler shot, you can't do anything more about it except hope that he will miss the free throws. Eventually, as a coach, you're hoping that somehow during the end of the game, you'll get the good end of the calls. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. You just have to face reality that these things happen, and these things will happen again and again and again.